Crypto goes on trial as Sam Bankman-Fried faces his reckoning, and in this video we're going to look at SBF's uphill court battle which started yesterday after he has come to symbolise everything that went wrong with the crypto industry. Today's episode is sponsored by Cake Wallet, where you can send, receive and even exchange your crypto right from within the wallet. Cake Wallet is open source and non-custodial, so you control your own private keys, available today on iOS, macOS, Android and Linux. And StealthEX, a privacy-centric crypto exchange which enables you to make crypto-to-crypto exchanges anonymously. Good evening everybody, and a warm welcome back to Enter Crypto, where every single day I keep you informed and fully up to date on all things crypto. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then like, subscribe and click on the notifications bell so that you don't miss out on any future updates. Now today of course we're talking about Sam Bankman-Fried, aka SBF, and his trial started yesterday in New York. And so we're going to look at some of the opening arguments in his trial. And this includes one opening statement which said, his girlfriend will tell you how they stole money together. That's according to the Assistant US Attorney Thane Rain. Now, as always, guys, we'll quickly read through the article. It's a bit of a lengthy article, but we'll get through it nonetheless, and then we'll comment after. So, prosecutors and defense attorneys in the criminal case of former FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried, also known as SBF, painted a very different picture for the jury to consider during the trial. In a New York courtroom on October the 4th, Assistant US Attorney Thane Rain and SBF's attorney Mark Cohen delivered opening arguments to a jury of 12 people on the events leading up to the collapse of crypto exchange FTX, as well as Bankman-Fried's alleged role. The remarks followed Judge Lewis Kaplan finalising a selection of 12 members of the jury and 6 alternates after more than a day of questioning roughly 50 people. According to an X, or formerly Twitter, thread from Inner City Press at the event, Rain claimed in court that SBF used FTX customer funds to enrich himself as well as convince lawmakers. This is through campaign donations and testimony that he was trustworthy. The Assistant US Attorney reportedly argued that Bankman-Fried repeatedly lied to users, employees, lawmakers and the general public regarding the hole, which FTX found itself in during November 2022, when financial information on the exchange was released. The hole was too big, said Rain. So the defendant blamed a downturn in the crypto market, but he had committed fraud. That is what the evidence in this trial will show. You will hear from his inner circle. His girlfriend will tell you how they stole money together. Cohen, who delivered his opening statement after Rain, reportedly blamed some of the issues leading to FTX's downfall on SBF's former girlfriend and former Alameda Research CEO Caroline Ellison, as well as Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao, or CZ. He claimed Ellison had failed to act to hedge some of Alameda's investments despite Bankman-Fried's urging to do so, and that CZ's social media posts had directly led to a run on FTX. SBF's defense team presented the former FTX CEO as someone who acted in good faith amid a company growing exponentially in a volatile crypto market. He also pushed back against the narrative that SBF was a bad guy by spending funds with a penthouse in the Bahamas and paying celebrities to endorse FTX, saying it's not a crime to try to get Tom Brady. Alameda took big margin loans from FTX, said Cohen, according to reports. Nothing wrong with that. Alameda was a market maker. Nothing wrong with that. FTX at first didn't have a bank account to accept dollars, which in the crypto world are called fiat, so they used an Alameda account. October the 4th marked the second day of Bankman-Fried's first criminal trial, which is expected to last roughly 6 weeks, and he has pleaded not guilty to 7 charges related to alleged fraud at FTX and will appear in court again in March 2024 for a second trial. Among the highlights of SBF's first week in court included the former FTX CEO appearing with a new haircut for the first time. Ellison, along with other former executives connected to the crypto exchange, may testify against SBF as the trial continues. So it looks like SBF and his lawyers or his defense team are going to basically be trying to pawn, well, their main strategy is to pawn all the blame onto the other people that were running the company, including his girlfriend who was running Alameda, and the other guys, some of the other defendants or co-defendants that were involved in FTX. Now, I have heard somewhere else that, I think I read this on Twitter, that some of the co-defendants in this trial have actually flipped, which we would have expected anyway, and they're now witnesses though. So they will have basically made a deal with the FBI or the DOJ to basically hand over everything, any evidence that they've got on Sam Bankman-Fried and give their testimony, and obviously not to lie, they've got to tell the whole truth. And if they do that, they can then be seen as no longer a defendant, but maybe a witness, and they'll be able to get all kinds of deals. They might get anonymity later and things like that. Because the really strange thing, and I've always thought this was strange in trials, when prosecutors get together, they really want to chop the head off the snake. They want to go after Sam Bankman-Fried, and they kind of don't really care about anything else. So some of the other defendants will get charged, some won't, some will be found guilty, and some won't. But he's in the knee deep in it is Sam Bankman-Fried, because the prosecutors will do anything to get him and to give him a lengthy sentence. And so if that means offering other co-defendants that have broken the law a better deal, or something that anything at all that they can give over, phone conversations, text messages that maybe the FBI missed in the initial investigation, all kinds of things like that they'll be trying to get, because they just want Sam Bankman-Fried. And some people have asked me, why would he go to trial? Why not just plead guilty and get a lesser sentence, a far lesser sentence? Especially now that you've got other co-defendants flipping and becoming witnesses and testifying against Sam Bankman-Fried. And I think one of the reasons that he did that is that out of all the judges that he could have had assigned to this case, in this instance it's Lewis Kaplan, there are actually 46 district judges, is my understanding, for the Southern District of New York. And Lewis Kaplan has a reputation of actually being extremely lenient. So he got assigned that judge completely randomly by the system, but when he found out who his judge was, he may have thought, well, if I do get found guilty at trial, then at least I'll get a nice lenient sentence, because the judge has got a history of giving out lenient sentences for similar crimes to mine. And that's if he's found guilty. If he's found not guilty, then obviously he walks away. And so there's lots of things going on in the background actually why you might want to go to trial, when on the face of it and what the media is telling us is you would think, why would you ever do that when there's so much evidence against you? And another thing is as well that if he decides to do this, I mean, it's a bit late now, but months ago when he decided he was going to go to trial, it really puts pressure on the prosecution to make a deal, because they realise, this guy's serious, he's willing to go to trial here, so maybe we're going to have to make a bigger compromise. It's gone to trial now, but I'm just giving you an example of how that might have, earlier on, a few months ago, how that might have given him some leverage in any deal that he made with the prosecution. And so these types of things are always interesting. I will keep you all updated as we go along. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you found some value in this video, and I'll see you all tomorrow night.